The hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain, nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. The hour cometh and now is when the true worshipper shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. God is spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Neither in this mountain, nor yet at Jerusalem. Unity of Chicago South, online, New Thought Spiritual Community, streaming live from Chicago. Offering worship, in spirit and truth, beyond walls.
Welcome to today's reading. We look forward to researching and bringing you readings from various past and current Unity materials and other spiritual sources. We hope that you will find upliftment, as well as practical application that will enhance your life experience in a positive way. Thank you for your presence.
Small and Steady Steps. Written by Reverend Carolyn Warnmewend, taken from the Unity booklet, Change Your Thinking. Change Your Life. One afternoon when visiting a wise woman friend, my 10-year-old grandson asked how he could get my power. She said, "Sit here on the floor, fold your hands in your lap, close your eyes, and think of something you really enjoy doing. Pay attention to what happens." In about a minute, he got up and said, discouraged, nothing happened. This is not unlike some of us who want quick results when beginning to use a spiritual practice. We hear a core teaching, like change your thinking, change your life. And it sounds exciting, energizing, and possible. Then after giving it a try, discouragement sets in because results don't come quickly. Or we hear of miraculous changes in the lives of others and lose heart when we don't experience such a change. I am a process person. While I feel grateful after achieving a goal and appreciate my accomplishment, what excites me is the process of getting to that positive end. I love taking the steps toward the hoped-for result and paying attention when I need to veer from the course I thought I'd take. Changing my thinking is like that. I had a few seemingly miraculous life transformations by changing my thinking. For many of us, the principle works best by noticing the small ways that changing our thinking alters our daily existence, bringing more joy, more hope, and a greater degree of overall satisfaction. I recently retired from pulpit ministry and moved to a new town. I missed my daily work. Even though I began speaking as a guest minister and actively serving on our regional Unity board, I went into a phase of melancholy that I couldn't seem to shake. I longed, ached, for my former church, my friends, and my familiar life. One morning I woke up tired of feeling so desolate that I made a conscious decision to change my thinking. I listed in detail the many ways I felt successful in my ministry and all that I missed about it. Then I made a second list with the joys resulting from my retirement, change in work, and change in community. This was harder. I persevered. As I wrote each joy, I took time to clearly visualize and feel it resonating in my body. Daily, I read my list, paying particular attention to my feelings. Feelings of joy. In time, I began experiencing more joy than sadness. It felt like a miracle. I still miss my former church and community, yet I am happy with my choice to move in a different direction. When I feel caught up in what I lost, I recognize and honor the feeling, then go to my list of joys. I change my thinking. My thought experience was not a major shift. It was not an, "oh, wow," epiphany. It was a conscious decision to change my daily life into a more joyful one. With consciousness and intention, smaller recognitions of how changing our thinking changes our lives can become common for most of us. So now is the time to begin seeing small changes as miracles. Now is the time to honor ourselves for taking the steps of changing our thinking and staying the course when we don't quickly see the results we've longed for. When we do this, we become living examples of how changing our thinking, indeed, does change our lives, thought by thought, and day by day. Reverend Carolyn is a Unity minister living in Sacramento, California.
Secure forever. Good morning and welcome to May, where the spiritual mind power is power. Power is the idea in divine mind of dominion and authority. Power is man's innate control of his thoughts and his feelings. A quickening from on high precedes man's realization of his dominion and authority. Good decisions come from me when I exercise my power. With the power of dominion and authority, I can control my actions. The mind and body of man have power to transform energy from one plane of consciousness to another. This power is inherent in man. In my power, I understand that whatever I see without is controlled by something within. The conscious power of thought is God's highest gift to man. Walking in my power keeps me from getting discouraged. Power is the ability to act or produce an effect. Power is a source of means that supplies energy. When I exercise my power of dominion and authority, I feel less anxious about life. With my power, I use my dominion and my authority to accept you just as you are. My power allows me to feel more in control of myself. As we concentrate on the idea of power, let's take a moment in silence, a moment to feel the power within. Spiritual power is omnipresent. It is everywhere, evenly present, for me to connect with at will. This divine energy of power surges through me as I clear the error in consciousness and become one with the one mind. And so it shall forever be.
Each day, my will be done.
This is where we pause and ask for your support as it is important to our growth. Please use the information found to my right, or go to unityocs.org/support to provide your financial support. As a major part of the growth of this online spiritual community, we ask that you take this moment to share, follow, repost and of course financially support our work. Your action helps in our mission to provide universal teachings beyond a traditional walled space. You are instrumental in helping this community as well as those that can benefit from the teachings. We thank you in advance for your support of Unity of Chicago South, the #1 online New Thought spiritual community, streaming live from Chicago. $, Unity Chicago South, for those using Cash App. Find us at Unity of Chicago South online at givealifi.com and 1448 East 52nd Street, number 132, Chicago, Illinois 60615. To support by check.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good day and good May. May, the month of May. Welcome to Unity of Chicago South, an online New Thought spiritual community, and welcome to our guided meditation. I'm Reverend R. Ken, the community's senior minister, and your guide for today's meditation. And that's something that we do each first Sunday of a new month. I want to express my gratitude to all the ministers that work with us to put this together, to make it happen. And today in particular to Reverend Bobby for sharing his concept, idea, what is the principle of this month, which is spiritual power. Now, I want to remind you of a couple of things before we get started today on our meditation. If you have not visited unityocs.org this month or for a while, please take a moment and do so. You'll find some interesting things there. Our downloads page has been renamed to Meta Media on our menu. And you will find a series of tapes by Ed Rabel. And why is that important? You mentioned Ed Rabel before. Well, I didn't mention the fact that Ed Rabel was in the same class as someone very, very important to our community, the spiritual community, the African American spiritual community, and that would be Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman. They were in the same unity class together. So you can maybe get a feel of some of the things that he pulled out that she was sitting there getting also. That's kind of nice, isn't it? Also, remind you that the third Sunday, which is this time is May 19th, is our virtual book club live chat. I want to get that live chat in there because sometimes I think we forget that part, that it's actually an interactive Sunday on May 19th, whenever we have our virtual book club. This month it is Be Good to Yourself. And again, by going to the website, our website, unityocs.org, you can download the material that we will be dealing with, handling, covering, sharing on May 19th from the Meta Media Downloads page. It is free. It's in a PDF form, and it's short. I think this one may be about 7 pages, 6 pages, something like that. But all of these are short reads. And for those of you that might be joining us the first time from social platforms, please like us, subscribe, or even follow us if you have not yet done so. We'd appreciate that. And this Sunday, I want to start today with a definition from religious science founder Ernest Holmes. And this is his definition. It says, power is not injected into the mind. We take power out of mind. We do not put it in. The principle of power exists and we use it. This is true of every law of nature. All the laws of nature are self-executing. Ponder that for a minute. That, as they say, that'll preach, just that alone. But we're on our guided meditation today, so we're going to stay focused on our commitment to that. Now, if you have any sort of bank account, you probably are familiar with the idea of the money is kept secure in a vault, and not everyone has access to the combination to the vault where they keep the currency. Our own spiritual powers can be likened to currency, a spiritual currency that is secured in our own inner vault. You see, we each have our own combination to access this inner vault of divine power. And as we pray, as we meditate, as we contemplate, as we move on the fringes of the entrance to the silence, we are using various aspects of the required combination needed to enter our own spiritual vault and make a withdrawal. Now, the degree that the divine power within our vault comes forth in our life experience corresponds with the commitment of our own spiritual practice. And the commitment of our practice can be measured by two actions. Our pattern of repetition, those that have been with us the whole session today can go back to the reading of today, and it talks about repetition and the importance of repetition. And the second thing is the expansion of our practice beyond that special period of meditation or prayer, but expanding it into our daily life experience, which is challenging as we interact with the world, people that don't stop at stop signs, people that cut in front, people that drive on the sidewalk. It is bringing forth that meditation, bringing forth that prayer to calm ourselves, to keep ourselves consciously connected. That's what we mean by expanding that period into our life experience. Now, as we move into today's guided meditation, I want you to remember the writings of Ernest Holmes. Power is not injected into mind. We take power out of mind. We do not put it in. And he's talking about divine mind. We don't put power into divine mind. We don't inject power into divine mind. We pull it out. Now join me as we take 3 cleansing breaths. Breathe in. Hold it. Now release. Release all that was before this moment. Again, breathe in. Hold it. Now release yourself into this right now moment. And once more, breathe in. Hold it. Release. And rest. As you hear my words in the first person, know that I am speaking for all. In this moment, at this time, I open my own individual access to my divine inner vault. In this moment, at this time, I open to the indwelling divine power that seeks full expression through me into my daily life experience. I breathe in, hold, and release that power. I breathe in, hold. Now release as divine power moves around me, in me, and through me. Rest in that movement. As I quiet myself, I began to feel my environment slowing down, quieting itself so I may feel the oneness that exists around me and through me. I listen and hear the spiritual combination to my inner vault clicking as it moves into divine alignment. This alignment is unlocking the imaginary door that I once believed separated me from the omnipotence of divine presence. As this imaginary door continues to open, the barrier evaporates that I once felt inhibited my access to the everywhere present wisdom dwelling within my divine spark. I accept this divine spark resides within each and every member of the human family. While it is omnipresent in all humanity, this divine spark expresses uniquely like a spiritual fingerprint through each and every person. The door to the inner vault, housing this divine spark, housing my divine spark, is no longer locked as my thoughts and feelings synchronize in goodness, synchronize in the acceptance of the oneness that is the one power and the one present being active in me right now. As it accepts the me that I am right now. It is through this power of acceptance that I now embrace the divine ability to change, to become my own vision of myself, to continue fulfilling my individual divine pattern of evolution. Divine power is moving through me, through you, into expression. Moving to support the fulfillment of the synchronized thoughts and feelings into your right now life experience. I am the guide for expression of the divine spark. My synchronized thoughts and feelings guide the expression of that divine spark into my right now life experience. I accept this active presence and I rest. Breathe in, hold, release, allowing the divine spark that is in you as in me expressed its fullness in this moment at this time. Breathe in, hold, release, feeling the power of my own divine spark moving in and around me. Once more. Breathe in, hold, release. Now rest in the activity of divine presence. This moment, at this time, the imaginary door to the vault, to that inner vault, holding divine gifts, divine spiritual gifts, is wide open. All that my divine spark offers is available. Available to me in this moment. I understand that the focus of my spiritual practice is to connect with the innate desire of the essence of the fulfillment of this spark. I am one with the divine power that is. The divine power that is one with me, in me, around me, and supporting me in this moment, at this time. I say yes to the expression of that power, knowing that it is the supporting power of all life. My inner vault is fully open, and contained within it are the divine resources needed to navigate my path in this life experience. Resources like focus, like ability, like energy are available to me right now. The focus to move beyond difficulties right now. The ability to see beyond any appearances right now. The energy to usher in any needed recalibrations to my path that may be required during this life journey. I am committed to keeping the path to my spiritual vault clear of any continuous thoughts or feelings that might inhibit its goal of full expression into my life experience. I rest in that commitment. Breathe in, hold, release. Once more, breathe in, hold, release. Feel it. Now, rest. I want to thank you on behalf of the Unity of Chicago South online spiritual community for joining us for this guided meditation today. I'm Reverend R. Ken, and until next time, I will bid you namaste.